first up, I just want to apologise for taking so long in getting this video out to you guys. Firstly, I've had a very long day. I've got a young family to look after, and well, I've been sweating a bit, so I wanted a bath, and it takes me a while to shave. Old slaphead fury here. Right, so you've probably, forgive me, just grabbing my mod, you've probably heard that I was most displeased earlier today when I went shopping. Now, basically, there's a shop called B.U.M, Home Bargains, or B.U.M Bargains. Picture here. And, you know, it's a, I suppose, a cheap ass department store. You go around, you can get all sorts from everything from toilet paper to wine, to nappies, animal products, dog food, toys, everything basically, minor electronics. It's you know, a bit like Poundland, but the stuff actually lasts a bit longer. So anyway, me and Mrs. Fury are walking through, and wondering about the toilet roll of all things. And Nixie spots these packets on the gondola, around about that high, about a foot off the ground, right, in that foot off the ground. Well, basically that's my waist height, so I say about 2.5 foot from the ground up. Those packets that looked like they had e-liquid bottles in it. Nixie was like, oh look, these air fresheners, they look like they come in e-cig bottles. So I had a look, looked again, and lo and behold they were e-cig, e-liquid bottles. Ranging from 0 milligram, I think it's about 11 milligrams, the highest I saw there. Right where a inquisitive young toddler could just grab it off the shelf. I was like, they really should not be there. If anywhere, they should be on the counter at least, so they can be closely monitored. So I'm like, look, you know, any kid can grab that and sort of run off of it. So I take a few photos, I get right into the seater, and I think to myself, I really ought to say something really. And I found what looked like a manager, probably wasn't, but I've made my point known to this person. And I said, over the way there, you've got an end on the gondola which is full of e-liquid for e-cigarettes. Yes. I was like, whilst that's all very well and good, one, they look like air fresheners. Now, let's face it, that's just a recipe for disaster for little old Mrs. Dawson down the road. All them airwick plugins. Just try jamming one of them in there. And two, it's just at the right height for kids to grab hold of who don't know better, right? Or they see mummy and daddy using these special bottles and go, look at this, and we'll try opening it up or whatever. I mean, in the pictures I'm about to show you here, you'll see in the bottom corner, so I think it's the left hand corner, that there's a pram wheel. That's my daughter's pram. So, you know, it's damn close. I mentioned this and I'm like, well, you do realise when I pulled out some of my liquid with all the relevant warnings and R ratings like toxic if swallow, toxic in contact with skin, I'm like, you've got this right at height where a kid can get hold of them. And their answer to me was, well, we're not going to put it behind the till because it won't be seen to be bought. Okay, but at least raise it higher so, you know, little kids can't get it. If we as an industry and as vapers on the whole are being admonished for idiots who leave e-liquids in the reach of children and animals, and we're told by ourselves to keep it high out of the reach of kids, out of the reach of animals, you know, what makes them so special that they can ignore that advice? Oh, Oh yeah, that's right. I ain't got a clue. Not a blinking clue. So I asked, are you aware that nicotine does have toxic qualities about it? You know, if you get it on your skin or you swallow it, you're going to be a bit ill. Well, nothing fatal, but you're going to be a bit ill. No. Okay. So which cluster SUBSCRIIIIBE decided it was a good idea to put it so low down in the middle of the shop? I mean, if you want it to be seen, putting it at the bottom of a gondola, out of line of sight for vapors, that's just stupid anyway. I mean, you keep the cigarettes by the counter, you know. And then I mentioned, are you aware that it's intended for use of people's over 18? That was the good one. No. So anyway, I'm like that. I'm gonna have to get hold of the receiver about this. I'm sorry, but I didn't want to be an asshole and spoil this woman's day. But it was like, seriously, you can't do that. You know, if you go into a proper e-cig shop, of which I know all of them in Worcester, all the e-liquids are safely tucked behind the counter. So should a kid go into the store, everything's safely out of their reach. Secondarily, I'm fairly certain it is the basic modus operandi, you know, e-liquids behind, devices in counters and lockers and all that, well not lockers, but display cabinets, lockable cabinets. You know, and if you want something, you go to the counter, you ask for it. You don't just go, you just don't do it, it's just not the done thing. And that was a question on my authority. Who are you to dictate this to us? Well, I've got a dedicated following of 212 subscribers on my YouTube. I run a Facebook group of 1,400 odd strong, probably 1,500 now. People may sort of recognise that I know what I'm talking about a bit, you know? Anyway, what happened aside, basically I felt like I was just, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, and as I walked away, what an asshole. I didn't actually say that, I want to go on record, but they're probably thinking it. So, I come back home, I've uploaded these pictures whilst I'm out and about, and you know, my little group goes a bit mental, and people just talking to me, and somebody did a bit of research on them. And oh my days, the company actually does make air freshener. Now in fact, I'm just going to bring this round to here so you can at least see where I am. Here is my computer, just here. I'm looking at the website of these places, Air Pure, they're called. And on the side you've got home products, blah 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 blah, and it says products here. Walls ice cream car fresheners, automatic air fresheners, homeware fresheners, candles, e-cigarettes. Made in the UK. And they've got the balls to call it premium. B.U.M is selling it for £1.49 or something silly like that. And I will say this though. On the category of e-cigarette, it says Air Pure e-cig liquids. Please note we have recently changed our product name to Air Pure e-cig liquids. Nicotine is a toxin and should be treated with great care. The following warnings should always be followed. It's got the poison sign, dangerous to aquatic sign. Toxic if swallowed, toxic to aquatic life with long-lasting effects, toxic to aquatic organisms, may cause long-term adverse effects in the aquatic environment. Keep out of reach children, locked up and out of reach children. Read label before use. Don't get in eyes, skin or clothing. Very toxic in contact with skin. If swallowed, immediately cause poison cell or doctor, or just vomit actually. But on their packaging, they're still calling it e-cig oil. Yeah, you changed your name. Let's come back round and off of my horrible paint job in my kitchen. Wrong way. An air freshener manufacturer making e-cig oils. Oh sorry, no, they've changed their name now. E-cig liquids. Okay. B.U.M. You shouldn't be selling this product. You don't know what you're doing with I can only see some form of disaster happening. Air pure, you make air fresheners. Why on earth did you decide to take up making e-liquid? Why? Well, I don't get, other than the money, and if you're retailing at £1.49 a bottle, I don't know if B.U.M told you that, or they bought a ton of cheap stock from somewhere, but it can't be great. And one of my people in my group said that he had tried one of their liquids, and apparently it didn't taste like tobacco, just wet, stale, very nasty sock. Those are pretty descriptive terms. I don't know what to make of it really. I'm going to go back into B&M over the weekend to see if my advice has been taken on board and they've moved them. As I've said, I will contact Cecilia. I don't know if they'll be able to do anything really at all about it, because first off, Air Pure is saying that they have changed their name. I don't believe they have, personally, having seen the product on the shelf. So, and every single packet said e-cigarette oil. Alright. £1.49 in readily available on the shelf, very low down. Not good enough B&M. And just stop. Right, leave it to the professionals. Proper e-cigarette vendors, be it online or bricks and mortar. They know what they're doing. Stop jumping on the bandwagon, please. For the sake of averting an accident. Because that's the only thing I can see coming from it. Sorry this wasn't very much of a huge grr rant, but I'm not really in the mood to do that sort of video. I just want somehow for this opinion to get to Air Pure and B&M's higher managerial structures. If you make air fresheners, don't decide to make e-liquids. I mean, where are you getting your recipes from? You know, or your information? Is it made in the same mixing laboratories as your air fresheners are? Because I can only imagine some of the bad coming from that. I'm not seeing an ingredients list on the website, but to be fair, I haven't looked through it properly yet. I will look through it properly very shortly. I've had a very full day. I'm literally 5 minutes out of the bath before I started this video. And as for B&M, I really do hope you stop selling e-cigarette supplies. I mean, what next? Dodgy spindles and 0.5 wire just springing loose and maybe taking somebody's eye out, you know, like off a toddler or something, like low down on a gondola, or you know, some bloke reaches down like that, it goes and I mean, we all know what 0.5 can feels like. I use it. You don't want to stay on a reel half the time. I have to use duct tape to keep mine on mine. Seriously. Stop. You ruin it for everybody. This is exactly the sort of thing that Martin McKee wants. Okay? If anything happens through this, he'll be like, oh my god! There's a child with e-liquid. Sorry. E-cig oil, bubblegum, moon cheese. He drank it because it was aimed right at him. Well, yeah, in a way it kind of was, because it's right on eye level with a toddler. Even my 6-year-old would be at eye level with it, although to be fair, my 6-year-old is quite clever. That's it for now. Vapors everywhere, right? I'm not asking you to big me up or anything, but do share this and make sure it gets to every single vapor. Email B&M, email Air Pure and say, stop it. Alright? Just stop it. Stop selling, stop making. Because it's just all going to go tits up eventually. I've been a Fury. Sorry, completely no cluster food-re-do at the end of that last bit, so that's why it's a jump cut to this bit. I've been a Fury 79. You love being gorgeous. Remember to like, comment and subscribe, and all my social media details are in the description below. Once again, Fury, gorgeous, peace.